Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We're going to be doing a League Loot stream, trying to get some good gameplay. Had to do a couple of restarts, but yeah, we're going to be checking out the opening weekend for the Modern Warfare 3 CDL kickoff matches. And yeah, there's some rewards that you could earn by watching the live event and having your accounts linked up. Let's go ahead and check it out. Striker SMG mirrors Blueprint. It was the Sunday viewership reward for 2 hours of watch time during the live event. Let's go ahead and preview the animation and get a closer look. So YouTube signed an exclusive deal with the CDL. So all the matches for this year of CDL action is going to be on YouTube, most likely, unless things change randomly. But as far as deal goes, it seems like it's going to be exclusive to YouTube. And viewership rewards are going to be tied to those live streams on YouTube. So if you want the CDL drops, you're going to want to make sure you've got your YouTube and Activision account linked up. And then watch the live streams when the drops are available. Pretty much all the live events are going to have some sort of drops tied to it. Usually during the large events, like the main major events, those will have better rewards. And then during the preliminary rounds leading up to the major, those will have like XP tokens to be earned depending on how much time you're willing to put into it. There is a limit to the XP tokens you can earn. I think it's like 14 hours, and every hour or every I don't know what it is. But you'll earn drops every hour, I think, or something like that. With YouTube drops, as long as you've got your accounts linked up and you're watching the live stream, the drops should just automatically go into your account. So you don't need to redeem anything or anything like that. Unfortunately, there's no way to track these drops on YouTube or on the CDL website or anything like that at the moment. So you sort of just have to have faith that you are earning the drops when you're watching the live event. So this blueprint only comes with 4 attachments, 1 open slot to do with as you please. You get the Striker stubby barrel, which is sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, aim walking steadiness at the cost of bullet velocity and range. The no stock attachment, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, aim walking speed, hip fire and tack stand spread at the cost of gun kick control, aiming, idle sway, flinch resistance, and recoil control. 48 round magazine ammo capacity at the cost of our reload quickness, movement speed, aim down sight speed, and aim walking speed. And finally, the .45 auto low grain rounds, which is no enemy skulls, recoil control at the cost of damage range and bullet velocity. So yeah, definitely built for close range, aggressive gameplay. I think movement kids will like this build, but I still don't think it's particularly a great build for especially Modern Warfare 3 maps. The way they are at the moment. A lot of like long lines and open spaces that you have to traverse makes it a little more difficult to utilize this gun. This is what the muzzles will look like if you decide to add something. You do have an open slot to add something if you want to. Different barrels. Laser attachments. Optics. Different stocks. Grips. Magazine attachment. Ammunition won't change anything visually, just performance. Different underbarrels. I don't know why the gun constantly rotates for this underbarrel stuff. So yeah, that's the gun, the way you get it, and if you change around attachments. these are the stats for the gun in case you're interested. This is the camo coverage. Looks like some decent coverage for like base camos, although I would advise going into the game and checking it out because it might look different in game than the preview. I was kind of surprised that happened with the last blueprint I was checking out. Wasn't matching up the preview to the in-game. Mastery camos sort of take up the whole blueprint, which is a little unfortunate. Zombie camos. And then solid colors if you're interested in that. All right, let's jump in and play some games. Yeah, I've been struggling to get like positive gameplay with this one. Like, I think this gun would be okay on some of the maps, yeah. And it's not a horrible build. Like, it is usable. It's just like, for the way I play the game, it's not really, I don't really play like that. So it's a bit of a struggle for me to get gameplay for it. Like, I'm not really into the whole movement nonsense. But you can do some outplays with the movement this gun provides, this build provides. It's just, I'm not really used to that kind of gameplay. Dude, this is gonna be a game in progress. Don't know if it is or isn't gonna be one. Yeah, it's too far gone. So this blueprint, the drops, like I said, with YouTube, it's kind of irritating because there's no way to track it. I sort of wish they would, at least if you've earned the drops, put it in the notification section that you've earned the drops, or at least maybe have some progression bar in the notification section. That would be even better, so you can see it being tracked. In the past, and I think it might still be like that, some devices don't even track your watch time. Like if I watched the live streams on my TV, on the YouTube app, on my TV, which is up to date and stuff like that, at least last year, it didn't even track that watch time. So I have to sort of make sure it's playing on my like iPad or phone to make sure like things are tracking. But again, I don't know if that's changed or not, simply because there's no way to track on the YouTube app the drops.
Eliminate hostiles and secure their tag.
Oh,
Mission failed.
yeah, I'm good, Slayer. I had to do a few retakes on this. This first game that I think I've gone positive with this blueprint. I hope I went positive, dude. Jeez. Yeah, I've been struggling trying to get like. I mean, this was a good map for it. Like, it's a decent build. It's aggressive build, but you need some close range gunfights. You need more potential for close range gunfights to do anything with it. Otherwise, it's a struggle. But at least this game went all right, I guess. Threw me a bone after struggling with it. Is this my best COD? I think if I was younger, it would be. I feel like now I've gotten so old, I'm just not appreciating this kind of COD anymore. I think if I was younger and I had more energy and my eyes were more attentive. With my age now, it's a good COD. It's a good COD. I definitely feel like the map selection is limited. I know this is the OG maps and stuff like that, but for the way the movement works, a lot of the guns and all that are just not as viable anymore on these maps. Like I said, this close range build in particular, it's a struggle to use on most of the maps and most of the areas of the maps and all that. That being said, though, if I was younger and more aggressive and stuff like that, I might still be down to use these aggressive builds on these maps, but at my age and stuff, I need the benefits of like a close range map to utilize a close range like weapon. So that I can't go all movement heavy and expect to do anything of value. It is a good COD though. It is a good COD. I like it. I just don't think I'm gonna be particularly like amazing at it. It would be very nice if this COD didn't have as strict SBMM and like it just prioritized connection a tad bit more, considering the time to kill. What the hell? How did we flip so fast? I think if this didn't have as strict SBMM and it prioritized connection a little bit more. I think this would have been a great COD. Honestly, I'll tell you one thing. Like, I've heard the sales are pretty bad on this COD. Like, it didn't do as well as they were hoping it would. If they announce that they're going to turn off SBMM and they're going to prioritize the connection-based matchmaking after this, I'll bet you money it'll sell better. Like, that alone will like be a drawing factor for people. Be like, okay, I'll give it a go now. I knew there was a dude in the corner there, dude. Like, this map's gonna be rubbish with this gun. I mean, I was almost like left because of the ping. Like, if they wanted to attract people like the casuals back into the game and sell better, all they have to do is that. Just announce that they're toning back SPMM as much as they can. And it'll do better. No one's saying to eliminate SBMM, but if they toned it back and prioritized connection a tad bit. Because I know there are 40 ping lobbies going on right now, so there was no reason to put me in this 116 ping lobby. It's because I did well in the previous match that they've decided to throw me in this like more sweatier lobby. And now it's going to be like just a bad experience, right?
Friendly UAV online. The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking. Friendly cluster mine planted. Friendly UAV on station.
Moving here. Moving here.
Friendly UAV online. SAE on the way. UAV ready.
Copy. Counter UAV on station. Running. Counter UAV is down.
I honestly really do wish I worked for Activision, man. I'd actually be really good as like
Friendly care package on the way.
a creative consultant and marketing consultant. I could do those jobs for them very well, dude.
We've secured the lead. Friendly SAE inbound. The enemy's taking the lead.
Ah, this sector.
You're halfway to mission complete. Finish
I'm too old to be like, you know, a fucking streamer, man, honestly. Like, I don't have, like, that young killer instinct in me anymore. To be, like, entertaining gameplay-wise and stuff like that.
friendly UAV on station.
But I think I'm old enough now to be a pretty good consultant, man. Like, I understand the game enough. Like, even if I'm playing and I'm doing poorly, I understand the game enough to be able to consult pretty well, I feel. In at least the creative aspects and marketing aspects. Those would be my specialty.
Moving this way. Movement vehicle left. Final minute.
No, dang it. Oh, thanks, Slayer. I appreciate that. Agreeing with me with my nonsense, fictitious job description. 10 seconds. We have secured the field. Mission accomplished. There's a reason like the zombie mode and is so popular at the moment. It's because you don't have to worry about SBMM in that. There's just no like the stress is the difficulty, but that's all it is, you know, like on wherever, however you decide to take it. And I think I think COD in particular has been realizing that in fact, I have a small discussion. Once we get to like showcasing one of the blueprints, like one of the builds, I will talk about it. There was something I've been thinking about with the featured build that I'm going to showcase in this stream from like content creator wise. But we'll save that for then, I guess. If we can get to it without me rage restarting. Dude, this better not be the map. Is this the map? If this is the map, I'm just backing out, dude. It is the map. I'm just backing out, dude. This gun's just not going to be any use on that map. I'll have to sit in that little hole the whole fucking game. Why is it already searching at such a high ping, dude? It's not even trying to search for the lower ping games. It immediately started at 100 ping. And it's still trying to put me in this shitty map, dude. Yeah, no. No, I'm just not playing that, dude. And give me a better ping. See, it's starting at 87 immediately. It's not even looking for anything below that. It usually starts at 40, man. So I don't know why this has been happening sometimes. I mean, I don't think the game's that dead, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure there are better connections. So I don't know why it does that. It's just like immediately like, oh no, we can't find anything below this trash ass connection. I should apply to like Activision. Honestly, I say I want to work for Activision, but I'm like, I haven't even applied to them or anything like that. I don't even know what I'd apply for. I just keep my fingers crossed. Please, someone watch and see that I want to work for you and reach out to me, which will never happen, dude. But yeah, I should like actually actively try to apply to them or something like that. But I mean, honestly, living in India and all, I don't know if that's really even an option to apply for them. I think that's why I've always been shit at getting jobs and doing work and stuff like that. Just don't even know how to go about that nonsense. Like, I do enjoy playing the game as a streamer and stuff like that. Like, that is the fun of the stream. But honestly, it's usually just because I want to talk about something and try out something and all that. But I do enjoy the gameplay and all. It's just like I don't have that energy to be like cracked out anymore. I used to be alright at the game, dude, when I was younger. And back then I didn't do all this nonsense playing with all sorts of garbage. I just play with the meta setup that I liked, and that was good enough for me. But yeah, I used to do alright. Used to be okay.
Friendly UAV online.
Dude, I shot him and I didn't get any hit markers for the first few bullets. I might back out of this. There's some jank to the connection. Like, I'm just backing out, man. It's a waste. That at least I got hit markers, but I just don't even want to waste my time trying for that match, dude. Why is it start? Dude, I'm gonna just restart the game. Just give me a second, dude. Why the fuck is it constantly starting at 80 ping? Start at 40, look for games there, and then decide. There's no way in hell there's only 80 plus ping games going on right now. Again, just straight to 80 ping. And it won't be, yeah. Who would want to play this, dude, when it does shit like this? Like, put it like the same, I have the same issue with Halo right now. You put at this disadvantage with the ping, and it's pushing this heavy SBMM on you. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just prioritize the connection. It makes me not even want to cover this game, dude. Like, often when you're like, dude, I'm trying to showcase a gun that's already difficult to use. It's not easy for me. And they just make it more difficult because they just don't want to give you like just a decent connection, dude. Just give me something decent. And the time to kill just doesn't help. I'm telling you, in this game, 100 ping is like 200 ping in this game. Well, 100 ping is closer to like 150 in Modern Warfare 2, just because of the time to kill. Just because of the time to kill, you're losing out bullets, you're ghosting bullets. 100 ping becomes very detrimental. You honestly want to be under 50 ping in every game. Otherwise, it becomes painful. Even 70 ping, that's like 100, 120 in reality when you like factor in the time to kill in this game.
We've lost Bravo. We're losing Alpha. Online. Enemy attacking to us. Get them secure. Hostile UAV in the area. We're taking Bravo. Enemy securing Bravo. We're taking Alpha. The enemy took Charlie. Control Alpha. We're taking Charlie. Enemy's taking Alpha. We've lost Alpha. Objective Charlie secure. Enemy's taking Bravo. Enemy UAV active. We're taking the lead.
This has no bullet penetration, dude. It's just kind of rubbish.
We're taking Bravo. Alpha secure. Hostile UAV in the area. Securing objective Bravo. Securing objective Charlie.
Where did this...
We're taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Friendly cluster mine deployed. Objective Bravo secure. Friendly UAV on station. Hostile UAV in the area.
Dude,
Losing Charlie. Enemy taking Bravo. Hostiles deployed a Mosquito. Enemy securing Bravo. Friendly UAV on station. Enemy taking Bravo. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. We're taking Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure those positions. Online. We're taking Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. Enemy securing Charlie. We're taking Bravo. All objectives are under hostile control. Resecure immediately. Alpha. Hostile Guardian has been deployed. Securing objective Alpha. We control Alpha. We're losing Alpha. KO.
Dude, what is going on with that guy, man? I am shooting him. He's not fucking dying.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Dude.
Hostile bomb drone is active. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Get them secure. Securing objective Bravo.
Dude, I've died so much in this. Alright, doesn't matter.
Enemies taking Alpha.
Dude, this is what I mean. There's definitely some... Like, I put more than enough into that guy to kill him.
Hard. We're taking Alpha. Friendly UAV on station.
I don't even know what happened there.
Enemy securing Bravo.
This is what I mean. This game is fucking dog shit, dude. I'm putting bullets into them. It's not even fucking registering. Yeah, whatever, dude. I honestly don't give a shit. Whatever. We had a couple of good games. Fucking dog shit servers, man, in this game. Like, I know that's not my fault. Like, I know I don't blame myself at that at all. I blame the game. Like, I am shooting them. I'm not getting registered bullets. Like, the bullets are just not even registering. How do you fucking, like, argue, like, oh, no, that's your fault? No, I know I'm not that bad. I know it's the fucking game that's the dog shit there. All right, for this next build, we're going to try out an adjusted build. I honestly just wanted to keep maintaining the blueprint, but try something different with it. I wanted to remove the ammunition because I just felt like it was helping with the recoil. It was. So maybe that was valuable. But we're just going to throw on the grip. And I've thrown on the hand stop as an extra attachment. So we'll get more aggressive with this gun build. I'm tempted to... Nah, we'll go with this. We'll go with this. It'll be a little bit more aggressive build, adjusted build, while maintaining the visuals of the blueprint. For the most part. The grip sort of changes, but your hand's going to be covering the grip anyway. So yeah, let's try it. See, now it's searching for 49. Why now? Huh? I'm curious. I'm curious. Every game for that last bit was over 80 ping. It wouldn't even search anything below that. Now I'm searching. Oh, yeah, 49 ping. We'll look now. Before that one game you have to play? No, we're not looking. You're going to have to play over 100 ping. Tell me that's not fucking some matchmaking bullshit. Tell me that's not matchmaking bullshit. I mean, I don't think this lobby will be any less sweaty. I don't know. Maybe it will, man, considering how shit I did in that last game. We'll see, I guess. But I'm just curious. I restarted the game. I searched multiple times. And every time the starting search ping was 86. And it wouldn't even, like, it would immediately switch to over 100 to search over it. Yet as soon as I got completely trashed on that lobby, now it's, oh yeah, we'll look now for 49 ping. Who wants to play? Who wants to fucking, like, support shit like this, man? It's the same reason I'm, like, regretting playing Halo, man. Because they're doing the same trash in Halo, dude. So it's not just COD that does this. It's just that COD is very obviously and blatantly doing it now, and, like, it's not a great fucking feeling, man.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate the enemy. Leave none alive.
And that game legitimately just didn't register bullets.
We have taken the lead.
I'll wait this fool out. No, I won't.
Friendly UAV online.
Degenerates, I tell you. I'm gonna play degenerate wise too.
Moving here. Got movement.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
Oi!
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. Hostiles in the area.
No, no. Dang.
Friendly SAE on the way. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Hostile mosquito is online.
Things like the mosquito and all, they need like aim assist. You need to have better aim assist on it.
Halfway to mission complete. Finish it.
Dude, what are all these bombs slowing me down, dude?
What's your run? Visual on the enemy. Changing back.
Deploy the mosquito. One minute remaining. Hostile mosquito is online. 30 seconds remain.
No. At least the gunfights felt a little bit better. There was some instances where I felt like bullshit, but I mean, at least they were like, for the most part, registering in that game. I'm curious why it's searching for 49 ping now. I'm curious, after restarting the game so many times, why now is it like, okay, we'll search for 49 ping? I wonder what in the matchmaking caused that 80 ping search and it refusing to go below even after restarting the game. I restarted the entire game and it still wouldn't search below that. I'm curious, just wondering. All right, for the next build, we're going to try out my build. This was an okay build. It wasn't anything special. It didn't really improve or deter from the base build of the blueprint, but it had a slightly more beneficial movement speed, and the hit detection was a little bit better. Maybe I would switch for something a tad bit more recoil heavy as far as underbarrel goes. Maybe. But honestly, whatever. Or maybe something just go hip fire heavy with it, possibly. I don't know. Whatever. I honestly don't care. Anyway, now we're going to try out my build when I went for the camo grind. Now, this is another thing I've been thinking about. I'm not necessarily recommending my build as the go-to build for like whenever I showcase this thing. I always state that this is the build that I used when I was going for the camo grind. So it is very much just that. It is something I used that worked out fine, good enough for the camo grind. I don't know anything about builds or anything like to claim to be giving you the best builds or anything like that. This just worked out for me when I was camo grinded. Mark III reflector. FSS priority tactical stock. Striker elite long barrel. The HMRES mod suppressors. What is this? Suppressor S? Okay, mod suppressor S. And the DR6 hand stop. This is the build. This is what I used. Let's throw on a camo, see how it looks in game. I don't want to do the mastery camo because I want to see what it looked like with the base camos. Because last time it kind of messed up the base. The base camos kind of got messed up. Let's go with this. I mean, it doesn't really go with it, but we'll go with it. Yeah, like yesterday's blueprint, it had the visual like preview, looked decent. Took it into the game, the blueprint, like the camo just basically took over the whole blueprint. It looked nothing like the preview, which was very disappointing. There's a reason I made that stipulation that when I show my build, I'm not trying to claim that it's the ideal build. I'll talk about it after the next one, when I showcase the guest build. Because next one, there's a sort of tragic story behind it. I mean, not massively tragic, not like anyone got hurt or anything. It's more like the game killed someone. The game's SBMM destroyed an entire industry of YouTubers. We'll discuss next. Well, again, it's searching over 100 ping. God damn it. Whatever. Yeah, at least this time the blueprint looks like the preview. Dude, are you kidding? I'm gonna back out of this. I'm 100% backing out of this trash, dude. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm telling you, in this game, for some reason, 100 ping is extremely bad. Like it does, like in Modern Warfare 2, 100 ping was sort of in that range where it's like bad, but you know, it's okay. We'll play it out, right? In this game, 100 ping is like 150 and above. Like you have to treat it like that. It's like, okay, this is going to be rough. A lot of your bullets aren't going to register. Even 70 ping, I'm telling you, it's not good. Like it's just not good. 40 ping minimum. Minimum you want, and it's rare. There's some awful thing about going on with the servers in this game. It is so much worse, and it's the time to kill that showcases it. Honestly, people go on and like, oh, this packet burst, this, that. No. It's the time to kill that's showcasing how bad the servers are, and then you're noticing a lot more issues with the servers because you need to like have that little bit more consistent time to kill because you can feel the length, right, of the time to kill in this game. A lot more so than you could feel before. Dude, teammate.
Confirmed. We've taken the lead. We've lost the lead. Hostile mosquito is online. Notch one. Enemy Overwatch helo inbound. Hostile UAV in the area.
God damn it, dude. How did this guy get the chopper?
The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Hostiles deployed a mosquito. The enemy holds the lead. Clock's ticking.
I'm waiting for the chopper to... Ah, you kidding? I wouldn't be surprised if that guy's cheating. Nope. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Slayer. Yeah, I'm glad to have you as a viewer. You've definitely chilled out a lot more over time. I mean, honestly, this build, the connection was better than the garbage I was getting prior, but the build also was decent. I mean, for the maps you play on this game, dude, you need range, man. You limit yourself with the range builds, like the base version of the blueprint. You're limiting yourself massively. All right, so this is the guest build, last build for the stream. And today's guest is, well, you know, KARNAGE Clan. KARNAGE Clan has been around for ages. Honestly, I started watching them in Black Ops 4, where I think, personally, I didn't watch prior to that, but I definitely felt they probably peaked in Black Ops 4. Since then, it's sort of been, they've sort of fallen off, I feel. Even more so, I think, with the SBMM the way it was in Modern Warfare 2019, that hit them hard, I think. Anyway, they used the, okay, when he showed this build, the name of this, and this muzzle, like this suppressor was different, and the cons and all and pros were different. But I could not find the suppressor that he suggested, but it looks exactly like this one. So what I think they did was change the name of the suppressor and change the cons and stuff like that, the details of it. So I think what suppressor he was suggesting was the Shadow Strike suppressor, because it looks exactly like what he was thin, but it was called something else in his video. Striker Elite Long Barrel. He suggested the Slate Reflector. Lachman MK2 Light Stock. And then the FTAC G5 EXO grip. But he didn't have everything unlocked for this blueprint, I mean for this weapon. So he said if he had the 48 rounds, he would switch up the grip for the 48 rounds. I think I will play a little bit with the build, and if I feel the magazine is required, I'll switch up to what he was recommending. The other thing he recommended, and he hadn't unlocked it yet, was he was suggesting the monolithic suppressor, I think. But he hadn't unlocked it yet or something like that. I don't even know, because some of the attachments didn't even look the same. Like, particularly the muzzles weren't the same, like, visually. So we're going to stick with this build, and then we'll throw on the magazine if need be, switching up the grip, which is what he would suggested, but he hadn't yet unlocked it. I think there was some issue with the 48 round mag that it wasn't unlocking or something like that. I don't even know. I don't know why he hadn't unlocked it. But yeah, very similar build to what I used, but with slight differences. So I am interested in seeing how this plays out. So I said KARNAGE Clan's sort of fallen off. Here's my theory behind it, okay? I honestly think they fell off like before even SBMM started kicking off. They were like in, what was it? World War II, the COD World War II game that came out after Black Ops 4. The content, they did very similar stuff to Black Ops 4, but it was not half as entertaining, I felt. Like maybe it was old to me now, like after like the excitement of Black Ops 4, finding them then. And like I said, they were before that. They've been doing things before that, right? And basically KARNAGE Clan is a group of the larger content creators and pub stompers. That's what created, that is the basis of the KARNAGE Clan group, right? And I will link their channel in the description so you can find them. But what happened when Modern Warfare 2019 came out and the SBMM was so thick, a lot of the pub stompers started to either do underhanded things to get their pub stomping gameplay. I think this is like too far gone. Yeah, let's just pull out. So they either started doing underhanded stuff, and I'm not saying Carnage Clan did that. I'm just saying the base, a lot of like the pub stompers started doing this, right? Where they would reverse boost to get their gameplay and stuff. Again, not saying Carnage Clan did that. I don't know if they did or didn't do that, if any of their members did or didn't do that during that time. But yeah, SBMM, because of the way it was, pub stomping became less viable as far as content goes. It just didn't, like either you were cheating the system to get your gameplay, or maybe you got lucky, you know, like, and had a good game. But it took a lot more effort to get those pub stomping games, right? Because before, you could maybe play a few games and you're guaranteed a decent lobby, and you sit on that lobby until you get your pub stomping game going, right? We're not playing either of these maps. So I definitely think SBMM kind of almost destroyed pub stomping as content goes, for sure. Like some of like the bigger pub stompers were reduced to like the most pitiful like excuses for reverse boosting their gameplay. Oh, we're gonna fight back by reverse boosting so we can get our gameplay for our videos. Give me a break, right? And unfortunately, like I think that affected Carnage Clan also pretty heavily. Like I would presume it did, right? Because like I said, a large portion of that group were pub stompers. Let's do Greece, man. Come on, vote Greece. Someone vote Greece. We've got these same maps again and again and again, man. Come on, someone vote Greece. No, my God, all right. And then they started doing these build videos because, you know, that was the like hip thing for Modern Warfare. Like going forward, a lot of people were doing the OP builds and all, which is exactly why I very clearly specified when I showcase my build, I'm not saying it's an OP build. It's just what worked for me. But a lot of people, including Carnage Clan, do make videos claiming this is the highest damage build, this is this build, there's no recoil build and all that. That became part of their content. Now the sad part about it is, much like this video that I used for this striker thing, they're making these builds before they've even maxed out their guns. At least back then they did. So it became because they wanted to get the videos out fast, right? So it became very obvious, like, okay, these guys aren't actually even putting any effort into their builds. It might be a good build, I'm sure it is, right? But the fact that you're not like actually leveling up your guns and all, it got very clear that they were just trying to churn out quick content. This is actually a good build though. This time he sort of preferenced, like he kind of said, like, you know, I haven't maxed it out, but I do feel this is a good build. This is where the build should be. I like this build though. This is a good build. This is definitely a good build. It's very similar to mine, but like I think it's better. Better movement, and just as effective. It's sad to see. It was so entertaining watching them in Black Ops 4 days. Some of the funnest content to watch, like, as far as like content creators go. And what they used to do is like, they used to like all team up and hit like tier 1000, you know, max rank and stuff like that, or unlock the mastery camo with every gun in a single game, kind of thing, because you needed to do like individual games, right? Like it wasn't. It was such entertaining content, dude. I haven't kept track of them. I don't know if they still do videos like that anymore.
We're losing Alpha. We're taking Charlie. All objectives are under hostile.
I try to put in a little bit of effort into catching as well.
Securing objective Charlie. Charlie secure.
I honestly prefer this without the 40 round mag. No bullet penetration, dude. And that window shouldn't have so much bullet penetration, but I think it does, dude.
Enemy securing Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. Taking Alpha. Securing objective Bravo.
No!
Enemies taking Alpha. We're taking Bravo.
Yeah, I honestly don't understand why, like, I don't mind the, like, build videos and all. And I think it would have been fine if they just, why not level like their Carnage clan account, right? Level up all the guns really quick and then start making the build videos where you have access to everything, right?
We've lost Bravo. Enemy Overwatch Helo inbound. Securing objective Alpha. We're taking Alpha.
Where did that? Did I get both of them? I don't know.
Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Securing objective Charlie. We control Bravo. Enemy UAV active. We're taking Alpha. Be advised, UAV. We're losing ground. Hostile UAV is counter UAV is online. Securing objective Alpha. Friendly UAV on station. Enemy securing Bravo. We're taking Charlie. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. Objective Charlie secure. On your 6. Mission compromised. We failed.
It's a good connection, good build. This is better than my build. It is way better than my build. They definitely know what they're doing build-wise. It just feels off-putting, like suggesting taking like a meta build from someone when they haven't fully maxed out the gun. They don't have all the attachments. And especially with games like Modern Warfare 2 and 3 now, where it's so reliant on you unlocking almost all the attachments before you can genuinely say you have a meta build going, right? Because there's a lot of attachments that are crossover attachments that you would not have access to until you level up everything. So I think for the sake of content, I understand, like we need to put out our videos. This is a good build. Let's say it's the meta build, right? But as far as integrity goes, it's like, yeah, you guys used to be so much better than that, right? You're so much better content than just load out videos and stuff like that. And when you see like, this is like, was like one of the first guns they leveled up. It's like barely have any attachments unlocked from the Modern Warfare 3 attachments. And he's saying this is the like build. I get it. This is the build. It is very good. But throughout the whole like showcase, he's like, oh, if I had this attachment, I'd probably try use this one. The fact is you don't have that attachment and you haven't tried it out. So you don't know whether it will or won't be good with the build. Same goes with like the magazine or something like that versus this, right? What would have been the better choice? That being said, though, it is a really good build, right? And they were an amazing clan and their content was so like inspiring in Black Ops 4 days. Game, like I said, SBMM sort of ruined it for them, I think. It ruined it for a lot of pub stompers and stuff like that way. I like this build so much, I'm probably going to save it as my build. Like, I'm going to delete my build. I like this stock, what he was using. Like, it was pretty good. It worked out well. And then this... I honestly don't know why he went with this one over, like, this or something, right? But it seemed to work out, dude. It worked out, like, it made it more accurate. I think the aiming idle sway was actually the better choice than gun kick and recoil control. Or, I don't know, man. It felt good. It was a good build. But yeah, that's the tragic tale of like the KARNAGE clan. And I'll link them in the description. Like I said, maybe they still do that content and I've just like outgrown it or something. But yeah, it definitely like was off-putting seeing so many of their videos be like build videos and they haven't even leveled up the guns yet. It's like I think what made me eventually stop watching their videos was I think they put out a DLC gun or something like during Modern Warfare 2019 or whatever, right? And within like like not even minutes of maybe like an hour or so of releasing the gun, right? Like the patch went out and we got access to the gun. They made a video saying this is the OP build and they hadn't even leveled up the gun. Like, I know you can take the gun and go against bots and stuff like that, and so you can kind of tell. But But these guys aren't stat guys. These guys are pub stompers, right? So ideally, you're getting the build from experienced pub stomping. And you're like, okay, yeah, they used it in a live environment and all. But when you haven't leveled up the gun and you're saying this is the meta build and this is the build for the gun, it's like, dude, you haven't even used it in like online yet. Like, how are you putting this video out? How are you putting this video out just playing against bots in like the training where you have all the attachments? Sure, you can sort of tell this might be the build, but at least max out the gun. And like, that's what they used to be, right? That's what they used to be. They used to be the group of people that used to like team up and with one account hit level 1000 the fastest. They were the fastest to hit it because they were all grouped up together, like working together doing that. Or like I said, getting the mastery camo on every single gun in a single game. You know, that's like, back then it wasn't like you needed to complete the things. You needed to complete a challenge for each gun to get the mastery camo, right? So they would have like just one tick left for each gun, and they'd get that one tick and switch. And that was the challenge for them, right? So suddenly then you see them like, oh, we haven't even bothered leveling up the guns, but we're going to say this is the build. It's like, dude, how are you doing that, right? Again, like I said, this time when I watched this video, it's been a while since I've watched the Carnage clan. He was honest about stuff, and he did say like, I haven't maxed it out, but from the time I've played with it, this is what I feel is probably going to be the best build. And it is. It's a very good build. But yeah, like I said, a lot of attachments missing and stuff like that. So sort of still fell into that old ways, but better than the old ways, at least. At least he was upfront about it, And it is a good build. It is a very good build. So he is probably right. This was the build in the end of the day. Very similar to my build also. I made my build before watching this video. I only watched the video today. But yeah, that's the story of Carnage Clan and how SBMM ruined it for pub stompers in its entirety, as far as content goes, in my opinion. And yeah. I still really like watching their videos. Like I said, very inspirational stuff back in the day. Just seeing that stuff go down and the way. Striker SMG mirrors a blueprint. It's the opening weekend for the CDL Modern Warfare 3 kickoff weekend. It's basically the start of the preliminary rounds for Major 1. That's what it is. They used to do actually a kickoff tournament and stuff like that, man. But CDL's sort of fallen off also. That's a whole nother story, though. But yeah, opening weekend drops. You needed to have your YouTube and Activision account linked up. Watch on day 3 for 2 hours of the live event on either the Call of Duty League channel or the Call of Duty channel. They were both streaming the live event with drops enabled. And if you had watched, you would have earned this blueprint. Honestly, I said this in the beginning, and I'm going to say it again. YouTube needs to do something about their drop system, where you can actively track your drops. And honestly, I don't think it's CDL's job to do this. It's YouTube's flaw that they don't do this, right? Where you can actively see your drops being earned, the progress that being made, and also seeing when you've earned them, okay, so that you've earned them. And then it would alleviate a lot of stress and confusion behind the stuff. On top of that, if they can create a better system where you can see what drops are coming up, who has access to them, similar to Twitch, right? Where they show you the list of drops coming up and what you have access to, and then give you a reasonable idea of who to watch. And then people who have the drops enabled, like the streamers that have drops enabled, have a little icon below saying drops enabled and all. Makes life a lot easier. A lot easier. A lot of people who earned this blueprint, okay, were very confused on the day of earning the blueprint because, like I said, no tracking, no information that they've earned it, and it wasn't in our inventory, which sucks. Because For me, I have to stay up very late to watch the CDL thing. It plays at like midnight. It started at like 1 a.m. for me. 1 a.m. I'm like almost 40 now. I'm pushing close to 40 years old. 1 a.m. is late, man. I'm like passing out by then, right? Like I'm like half asleep. And you need to watch like 2 hours of it. So that ends up going up to 3 a.m. I left my tablet on. I watched like for like maybe 2.5, like till 2:30. I couldn't stay up beyond that. So just half an hour more. I was like, okay, I'll just leave my tablet on and let it play in the background while I sleep, which also is awful because the flashing light of the thing, even though I block it with like my chair and all, the flashing of it like disturbs my sleep, right? Because of the like screen flashing. Woke up at like maybe 4:35 and I turned off the like tablet. It was still playing the stream and all. And I was like, okay, great. I've earned my drops. Turn off the tablet. And I have this habit with blueprints. I like to go and check. I like to go and check my inventory and see that it's in there. Because usually when you earn the drops, should be immediately in your inventory. I turn on my console and nothing is in my console, like as far as day 3 drops. I got all day 2 and day 1 drops fine. That I woke up in the morning and checked because there was nothing big, right? But it was there like in the morning when I woke up and checked. Day 3 wasn't there. And I was confused because I fell asleep. And I'm like, did I do something wrong here? Did it not register? Did something go wrong while I was sleeping? But not even the first reward had registered. Like nothing had registered from day 3 in my inventory in the game. So I ended up leaving the tablet on all night long and I couldn't sleep properly because I wasn't sure what was going on and I wanted the blueprint and I wanted to do the stream, checking it out and stuff like that. Ended up being like a common problem across the board. A lot of people didn't get the drops for this one, day 3, on the day. Now they do say with the drops, if it's not in your inventory immediately, it potentially will be eventually brought into your inventory within like a day or 2, maybe sometimes a little longer than that, but they will put it in your inventory. But there are many instances where they say that and it still doesn't get put into your inventory, even though you've earned the drops or redeemed them, whether it's Twitch or YouTube. So yeah, that was concerning. And the fact that YouTube has no way of tracking the progress, at least Twitch, you know you've earned the drops. So if it's not in your inventory, no big deal. You don't have to sweat it out. With YouTube, you're sweating it out, man. Like, dude, did I do something wrong and all? On top of that, with my further complaints about YouTube, okay, is now sometimes when you watch on the TV app of YouTube, at least in the previous years, last year I tested it, and the previous year beyond that I tested it. If you watch on the YouTube app on the TV, certain TVs, I guess, I don't know how it works out, it doesn't register your drops and the watch time. So you won't earn anything. And that's not a bug, it's just not even giving you credit for the drops. Okay? It's not like, oh, we forgot to give you the drops. No, it's like, no, you didn't watch it. It's like, yeah, I did. I was watching it on my TV. My account was signed in on my TV. I should have those drops. And that's how I like to watch the CDL when I'm awake. I like to watch it on my TV. But because of how bad the YouTube system is and how you can't track anything, I'm constantly having a tablet open, my like iPad open with the stream playing, and then also watching it on my TV because I don't want to watch it on my tablet. I'd rather watch it on my TV, but I want to earn my drops. And my tablet earns the drops, but my TV doesn't earn the drops. I think if you've watched it on your TV and you didn't get your drops for this weekend, I would reach out to Activision and say, like, look, I watched it. I earned my drops. Please, can you put it into my account? They'll probably help you out and get it sorted for you, I would hope. But yeah, another issue with YouTube drops and just not being able to track anything, not knowing anything, and not being able to watch it where you want to watch it, even though you're watching it on the YouTube thing. The TV gets ads and all. So even if you don't have YouTube Premium, which I do, I have YouTube Premium, so I shouldn't get ads and all, so that doesn't matter. But the TV is not blocking ads or anything like that. So it should count, but sometimes in the previous years it didn't. So yeah, there are multiple reasons why you might not have received your drops, thanks to YouTube drop system being so arcane. reach out to Activision if you haven't earned them, and Activision support, and I'm sure they will help you out, sorting you out. Last year it was the opening event. I watched it on my TV the final day. Fortunately, it wasn't a blueprint. I think it was just a weapon charm, so I just didn't care. I was like, yeah, whatever, who cares? It's just a weapon charm. I'll just put it on my tablet next time. My fault. But it really isn't my fault, man. It's YouTube's fault. It's YouTube's fault. Fix this crap. Fix this crap, man. Make it easier for people, man. Anyway, rant aside, like I said, if you didn't get your drops, you haven't got them still, reach out to Activision support. I'm sure they will help you out within a few days, hopefully. Build-wise, Blueprint's okay. Visually, I think it looks better in preview than it actually looks. Like, I think if there was more like texture to the design, so it actually looks and like there's glass broken and stuff, like there's depth to it and stuff like that. The glass reflected like it was glass in game. I think that would have been much cooler. For the most part, it's more like just kind of a paint job, right? That looks like shattered glass on your gun, right? So a little less as interesting as it looks when you looked at the preview, right? But still fun. I think another issue with it is the camo coverage could have been better. Like, again, the glass could have been part of the main portion of the blueprint, and then the background could have been what takes over the camo, right? Like the camo fills in those lines and stuff like that, and that's what's behind the glass, right? And that would have been so much more interesting, a camo coverage for the blueprint. Mastery camos take over most of the blueprint, showcasing the gun very poorly, the blueprint very poorly, like there. So camo coverage is a bit of disappointment. Actual blueprint, visually, not horrible. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Still a little bit of a letdown. And then build-wise, I think movement kids, I don't know, the youngsters will probably get a lot of kick out of this build. Like, it's not a horrible build for movement. That being said, though, there are much better builds. There are better builds that you can utilize good movement and still have the gun more viable. Just as an example, the KARNAGE clan build had pretty damn good movement and was a lot more viable. Maybe not as aggressive movement as this one, but was significantly more viable for usage in game than this one was. But not unusable. And I got a couple of good games, eventually, after restarting the stream a little bit, taking a few takes. But yeah, first drops, it's still a freebie. It's a freebie. There is going to be a blueprint available for Major 1, CDL Major 1, when that kicks off. I think in January it kicks off sometime, I think. So keep an eye out for that and keep your head up, and it'll be on YouTube. So you're going to need to earn it through YouTube, regardless of how arcane their system is, as far as the viewership goes, and drops, tied to drops. Viewership is good, man. Actually, I like watching live streams on YouTube and all. I like it. I just wish the drops and stuff like that, the user interface and encouragement for viewers and stuff like that were better, like as far as things like that, it could have been better. Yeah, pistol blueprint for Major 1. I thought it was the Deagle, but that doesn't make sense. This is probably going to be a Modern Warfare 3 gun. So maybe the Core 45 or the Renetti or something. I don't know. We'll find out. It's a pistol blueprint. We'll find out what it is when we get it. Yeah, that's about it. As far as CDL goes, it's... Honestly, leading up to the CDL, I was this close to being forget the CDL. I'm sick of these pros, man. They're such assholes, man, with the way they play and the stupid shit that they do. But just before the matches kicked off, right? A bunch of GAs went down, gentleman agreements went down, and they were big as far as viewers go. A lot of the really broken mechanics like snaking and cheeseball things like auto tack sprint and stuff like that, right? things that just kind of like make the game not fun to watch and not entertaining and just kind of like a bore to like sit through, because you see them, particularly snaking, just ruined last year, man, as far as viewers. Like for me, I just couldn't stand watching that trash, dude. Also like sound EQ back then. A lot of this stuff got GA'd just before the matches began, and that gave me a lot of hope that this year will actually be fun to watch. Players playing the game the way it should be played and showcasing skill the way skill should be showcased. Not just doing stupid broken mechanics to get away with cheese. And yeah, so far it's been pretty good that way. Like they've been good about it. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I think it'll be a good year. A lot of underdog teams that I think will have potential. Seattle Surge particularly, I'm keeping a closer eye on. Like I think they have a high ceiling. They could be top tier team, the way they are playing and the way they built their team. Also the old dogs looking mighty strong. FaZe, you know. Optic's got a good team, but Optic's Optic, you know, and they'll probably mess things up. I wouldn't be surprised. I've lost faith in Optic, but FaZe is looking really good this year. I think out of the really strong SMG build teams, FaZe is the team, right? And Surge has done something different. They've gone heavy AR build team-wise, and that works really well in this game at the moment, and hopefully continues to work really well. That's why I think they have a high ceiling that they could hit. Also, the Miami Heretics is like a fully Spanish team, and they're playing pretty well. They're really good, so worth watching. A lot of challenger teams, like players from challengers last year now are in teams like some old boys, but also challenger players and all that worthy are like in the Carolina Ravens. Like it's a Clayster's is the old dog, but like you got Gunner X and other people in there that are looking pretty good, but they haven't really showcased their skill yet. A lot of the lower teams actually are viable, but I think the higher teams are kind of very good also. So it might be a high team showcase, you know, like New York Sublimers, FaZe, Optic, and I forget, Toronto Ultra. Those are the big boys. But like I said, Seattle Surge, I've got a closer eye on. I'm looking and hoping that they maybe showcase. Miami Heretics, like I said, potential is there. And then less potential, but maybe, you never know. Like you got like Carolina Ravens, Las Vegas Legion, and oddly enough, even like the Gorillas, Los Angeles Gorillas. These are like the low dogs, but maybe they'll pull off something crazy. They have the potential, right? LA Thieves, I didn't watch their games, but I think they might also be on the low dogs potential, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Those are the ones that I'm looking at and keep an eye on. That's how I'm looking at it. There are also other teams that I'm not I don't really care for, like the Boston Breach and the Rockers. Those two teams, I think they're mid-tier, but I don't really like them that much, so I don't really care. So yeah, that's the breakdown as far as CDL players go and all that. So yeah. It's good. It's worthy. Like I said, the GA has changed everything. I think GAing snaking was a huge deal. I still think they like. I still not like the biggest fan of a lot of like the restrictions in the CDL, but at least GAing that nonsense snaking, man, that really ruined things, man. Makes a big deal. That makes a world of difference, and hopefully they maintain that stuff, maintain those GAs. What else? There are other things I want to talk about, but I've forgotten now. It's going to be a good year. It'll be a good year. I think that'll be fun to be had watching the CDL. Yeah, one thing definitely, watching the CDL players play, I was like, dang, dude, I'm too old to like play like that anymore. This year I genuinely feel like I've aged out of being competitive at all. I used to never be super competitive. I never really cared. But now, even more so, I've aged out of it. Which is fine. I don't care. I'm old. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, it took a few takes to get some gameplay with this blueprint, but we got there eventually.